Hello and welcome to Point of View. The story of commercial spaceflight had another chapter added to it at the crack of dawn in Eastern Time Zone today, when a Russian Soyuz MS-19 spacecraft blasted off from the Baikonur Cosmodrome carrying a Russian cosmonaut, an actress and a film producer to the International Space Station, where they will shoot segments of what's claimed to be the first movie in outer space. Making his fourth flight into space, Russian cosmonaut Anton Shkaplerov was joined by actress Yulia Peresild and producer Klim Shipenko formed the crew that was launched from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan at 4:55 a.m. Eastern Time on October 5.
Engine, turbo pumps at flight.
Engine ignition, turbo pumps coming up to flight speed, and liftoff. Liftoff of Soyuz MS-19 with an actress and her producer beginning a journey to the International Space Station.
The Soyuz MS-19 spacecraft will make a fast-track two-orbit journey to dock to the International Space Station's Rassvet module, orbiting Earth at an altitude of about 220 miles or 354 kilometers. For both Peresild and Shipenko, this is their first flight into space. They will spend 12 days on the space station filming segments of a movie titled Challenge, a joint production of the Moscow-based film studio Yellow, Black and White, Russia's Channel One and Roscosmos, the nation's federal space agency. This movie is built around a story of an ordinary person, a doctor that had nothing to do with space exploration and never thought about it, is offered to travel to the space station and save a cosmonaut's life, according to director and actor Klim Shipenko. For the record, this isn't the first movie shot in space. The title for that has already been claimed by Apogee of Fear, a science fiction film and the first narrative fiction film made completely in space in 2008. Incidentally, today's launch came just weeks after the first all-civilian crew Inspiration 4 spent 3 days in space aboard a Dragon spacecraft developed by SpaceX. That adds to the flight an element of decades-long Russia-United States competition. Tom Cruise plans to film his own movie in space later this month. The exact date of the Hollywood star's space trip has yet to be revealed.
First stage separation confirmed.
The two civilian crew members of today's flight have spent weeks undergoing training, including tests on a centrifuge and flights in zero gravity. Peresild and Shipenko will spend 12 days and will return to Earth along with cosmonaut Oleg Novetsky on October 16 Eastern Time and October 17 Kazakhstan time on the Soyuz MS-18 spacecraft, currently docked at the space station for a parachute-assisted landing in Kazakhstan. Cosmonaut Shkaplerov will remain aboard the orbiting lab through next March, returning with astronauts Mark Vande Hey and Pyotr Dubrov on Soyuz MS-19 spacecraft. Today's mission is the first of several scheduled to send non-professional astronauts to the station over the next few months. In December, Japanese billionaire Yusaku Misawa, video producer Yozo Hirano and cosmonaut Alexander Misurkin will launch on Soyuz spacecraft on a trip booked via Virginia-based company Space Adventures. Like Shipenko and Peresild, Misawa and Hirano will spend 12 days in orbit. Then in late February in 2022, Axiom Space's AX-1 mission will send 4 people to the space station on the SpaceX Crew Dragon capsule. 3 of them are paying customers, while the 4th is former NASA astronaut Michael Lopez Alegria, now an Axiom employee, who will command the mission. It seems the global film fraternity has their eyes firmly fixed on space, the final frontier of filmmaking. That'll be all for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.